These 6 dice screens will determine the fate of both of our players today on Farkle! And I am your host. Hello, my name is Greggo. How are we doing on this lovely Sunday morning here at Hama-Con in Huntsville, Alabama? We having a good time? That's fantastic. Thanks for choosing to spend a little portion of your Sunday at Hama-Con here with me and with these lovely people who we will get to know over the course of this exciting game of Farkle. So let's introduce them, shall we? Starting with the player that's closest to me, let's welcome Kelby to Farkle. Your mic is on. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What's your kid?
I'm from east of Alabama, which is by the Talladega Speedway, and that's the only reason people know where we are. And I like to cosplay and I like to sew, and that's about it for me.
All right. Well, best of luck to you. I actually used to live in Concord, North Carolina, which has the Charlotte Motor Speedway, so I feel you. I do. And we have Dylan here on Farkle. Let's welcome Dylan to the program. And what would you like us to know about Dylan?
Hi, I'm Dylan the Cripple. It's nice to meet you.
Tell us more about yourself. Where are you from? What you do?
I'm from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I handle disability services for a convention known as Hama-Con, which is in the Birmingham area, BJCC, and I also do disability services for other conventions.
All right, and it's funny you should mention Hama-Con. We may be hearing about them a little later on in the program, so there you go. All right, so here's how we play Farkle. I'm going to ask you a multiple choice question related to why you're here this weekend. So it'll be about anime, manga, Japanese culture, you know the deal there. I'm going to show you 3 possible answers, but I'll warn you, the answers won't necessarily lead you to the question right away. So be careful before buzzing in so that you know exactly what we're looking for. If you buzz in and give me the correct answer, you will earn control of our 6 dice screens, which we will roll just like this. And then whenever you feel lucky, you'll push your button again and they'll stop. And in this game, the object is to score those dice. And there are 3 ways to score in this game. For every 5 you find, we will add 50 Greggo dollars to the bank. For every 1 you find and score, we will add 100 Greggo dollars to the bank. And the other numbers, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 6, if you find triples of those numbers, they have prizes attached to them. I'm going to tell you what the prizes are for this game of Farkle. And this is the music that always triggers a YouTube copyright strike, so that's okay. It says it's something that it's not. We've got a computer game for you for a triple 2. We have the collector's edition of Awesome Knots, which is available on Steam. That's a triple 2. For a triple 3, we have a couple of Loot Crate pins. These come from Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? By the way, the answer is yes, it is wrong to try to do that. And these were furnished by Maddie, my wonderful contributor. On a triple 4, we have this Street Fighter beanie cap, which is becoming a little bit of a collector's item. I was researching this, and they're selling for a decent amount on eBay if you don't want it for yourself. And for a triple 6, we have a Blu-ray that comes from my benefactor, Mr. Arthur. This is Sentai Filmworks' This Boy Can Fight Aliens. And that's what we have on a triple 6. So those are our prizes for this first game of Farkle. Now, every time you score the dice, this is what it looks like. And at that point, once you're done scoring the dice, I then ask if you'd like to continue rolling or whether you would like to stop with those dice frozen. Move on to the next question. If you answer that next question correctly, you can force the remaining dice on your opponent to roll if you want. And that's important because if you ever roll the dice and you see no scoring opportunities, no 1s, no 5s, and no triples, that is a Farkle, and you will earn a strike. 3 strikes and you are out. The player that survives wins the game and moves on to our bonus game for a shot at over 17,000 Greggo dollars in prizes. All right, so there we go. A game lasts exactly 20 questions. At the end of 20 questions, if we do not have a winner, we will ask one final sudden death question. All right, and I'll warn you as we're getting close to sudden death. So, we start every game by putting 1,000 Greggo dollars in the bank. Fingers on buzzers, players, as I put up the first 3 answers. And here they are. We have Goku, Trunks, and Vegeta. And here's the question. Again, no help from the audience. Which of these is the name of one of the main characters of the anime series Sayuki? All right, I'm going to eliminate one of the incorrect answers and then buzz in and see if you can get it. It's 50-50. I will tell you, one of the characters is not named Trunks. Kelby?
Vegeta?
Vegeta? No. It's a Goku, because it's another Journey to the West type story like Dragon Ball, so there you go. All right, Dylan, you have control. Are you ready to roll the dice?
Sure.
All right, let's see what happens. Best of luck. Okay, you got yourself a couple of scoring opportunities. Now, the strategy for this game is to take everything and then force what's left on your opponent later if you can. So that typically is how this works. So, you want to take both of those scores?
Sure.
All right, so we will add 50 and 100 Greggo dollars to the bank. There are 4 screens left. Would you like to roll again and pick up a prize, or do you want to go again? All right, let's see what happens. No prize, but you did pick up one more scoring opportunity, which I assume you want to take.
Yes.
All right, so we have another 50. How do you feel about 3 dice? Do you want to roll again? You're going to pass.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. All right, so 3 dice remaining. We move on to our second question. Here are the answers. Cats, Phantom of the Opera, West Side Story. Andrew Lloyd Wright just got his Lifetime Tony Award, so I figured I would honor him despite the fact that I hate his work. Here we go. Here's the question. What is Ranma's one true weakness? Tell me.
Cats.
Yeah, that's the right
It's always cats. If there's a weakness and it's impenetrable.
If Ranma's weakness was West Side Story, I would be concerned. Kelby, there are 3 dice showing. Do you want to roll them or do you want to force Dylan to roll them?
I'll roll.
You're going to roll them. You're going to take a chance. Be daring. Let's see what happens. Good luck. Just push the button to stop it. How do you feel lucky? There you go. All right. You got yourself a score. Okay. I assume you want to take that.
Yes.
Okay. Another 100 Greggo dollars into the bank. Would you like to roll 2 dice or would you like to move on to the next question?
Let's move on to the
That's
next
probably a good idea. All right, we'll move on. Question number 3. Here are the 3 answers. We have got the far north, the Wild West, or the deep south. Where might one say the characters of A Place Further Than the Universe want to go? Dylan.
The far north.
Far north, I'm sorry, no, they want to go to Antarctica, so they want to go to the deep south, so there you go. It's a fantastic show, though, and Kelby, that gives you control. Do you want to keep it, or do you want to pass over to Dylan to roll?
Is there still only 2 dice?
There's only 2 dice.
Pass.
Okay, there you go. All right, Dylan, now I will tell you, if you manage to clear the board, you will earn a re-roll that you can use later in the game to save your butt, so let's see what happens. Dylan, you got a score. All right, there you go. I assume you want that. Now, we add 50 to the bank. Now, I ask you, you have a 1 in 3 chance at it. Do you want? No, you're not going to try for the re-roll. That's fine. All right, control very important as we move on to our next question. The 3 possible answers are Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, Severus Snape. Listen carefully. Within the name of which of these characters will you find the first name of one of the 5 girls from K-On?
I feel bad for never watching this now.
Ditto.
Well, I tell you what, we'll make it 50-50. You will not find that character's name inside Severus Snape. How about it, Kelby?
Hermione Granger.
Hermione Granger is the right answer. Yes, so there you go. Neo is one of the characters' names, and it's within Hermione's name, M-I-O, so there you go.
Now I have to watch Chaos.
Anyone in the audience figure that out from the... Yeah, it's still early. All right, Kelby, you only have 1 die now. Do you want to take a chance at earning the reroll, or do you want to pass to Dylan?
have good luck. I'm passing it.
Okay, Dylan, let's see. You did 1 or 5, and you did not get it. So unfortunately, that is a Farkle, which earns you your first strike. So we will clear the board on that Farkle. So we're now going off of an empty board again. Moving on to question number 5, and here are your answers. The A button, the B button, the X button. Which of these does not appear on an original Nintendo controller? Dylan.
X button?
X button is the right answer. Yes, there you go. You have an empty board. You want to try to earn some prizes? All right, let's see what you get. Okay, no prizes, but a couple of scores. Would you like them both?
Yes.
Okay. 1,550 Greggo dollars. How do you feel about 4 dice?
Let's spin it.
All right, here we go. All right, 2 more scores. Do you want both of those?
Yes.
All right. How do you feel about 2 dice?
Pass.
Okay, there we go. Seems wise to me. All right, here are our next 3 answers. The first one runs off the end of the thing, so here we go. We've got Full Metal Panic Invisible Victory, as it rolls off the end there, Steins Gate Zero, Tokyo Ghoul Re. These are all currently airing sequel series, but what I want to know, which of these sequel series original series is the oldest? Kelby.
Full Metal Panic?
That's the right answer. Good job. Okay. How do you feel about 2 dice, Kelby?
I'm passing it.
Guess I'm doing all the rolls.
You're doing all the rolls today. All right, Dylan, let's see what happens. Oh! Sorry, Dylan. That is your... Kelby's using strategery, and that is your second strike. We clear the board on that, and we move on to what could be a very quick game of Farkle. If that happens, guys, we will have a second interrupted game afterwards. We won't be playing for the big prizes for that one, but 2 more people will get a chance to play if this game ends before question number 8. And we're in question number 7, so here we go. The 3 possible answers this time are Aquarius, Cancer, and Capricorn. Mitsuki, the main character of Full Moon Osagashite, has what in her throat? Kelby?
Cancer.
Cancer in her throat is the unfortunate correct answer, and it's the whole plot of the game.
She lives?
She does. Spoilers. It's a
I
good
didn't
show.
say that.
That's okay. You want to try to earn some prizes? You want to
Take it back.
You want to try to earn some prizes, don't you?
Yes.
All right, so here we go. Let's see what you get. Well, how about do you want all them dice?
Yes! I am an awful person, but I'm very happy right now.
Now, here's the situation. Dylan has 2 strikes. You have a 1 in 3 chance of earning a re-roll. Do you want to take that chance, or do you want to pass on to the next question?
I'm going to take the chance.
You're going to take the chance. All right, let's see if you can earn a re-roll. You did. All right, there we go.
What's this got no luck?
I guess there's all leading up to this moment.
Now here's how re-rolls work. You don't have to use them if you don't want to. You can take a Farkle if you'd rather clear the board, and that's important because if you have a re-roll and you win the game, you get to carry that re-roll over into the bonus game. So keeping that in mind, we clear the board and we move on to our next question. Fingers on buzzers. Your 3 answers are Bryce Pappenbrook, Chuck Huber, Micah Solisar. There's the name of a One Piece main character hidden in the name of which of these voice actors? All right, and I will tell you that the correct answer is not Micah Solisar. Audience, can you tell me? Bryce Pappenbrook. Brook being the name of the character. And
Those are things I'd never
there
seen.
you go. So, yeah, and I was going to follow that up by saying that I was going to follow up with another question. Which of these voice actors has never been in One Piece? But everyone has been in One Piece. So, instead, we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to come back and we're going to find out how this game ends. We're going to do that right after we do this. Stay tuned! You have just been horribly amused this entire show, so thank you very, yes. You've just been really amused with what's going on in the festivities.
Firstly, I know pretty much the answer to this.
Yeah. All right, we're back. We're in the middle of a game, but it could end really quickly because Dylan is on 2 strikes. Kelby's earned a reroll token, so there we go. I will tell you, players, for the next 4 questions, we'll be going from the same 3 answers. So, the answers, a 1, and a 2, and a 3 are the answers. So here we go. Here's our first question. What number plate of the anime series Food Wars is currently airing in Japan and on Crunchyroll? In other words, what season are we in? Kelby?
2.
We are in season 3, the 3rd plate. So, Dylan, you have control. I will caution you, it is possible to Farkle on an empty board. So, keeping that in mind, do you want to roll and earn some prizes, or do you want to pass?
Let's roll.
All right, let's see what happens. No Farkle, no prize, but 1 score. I assume you want to stay in the game?
Yes.
All right, now, how do you want to play this? 1 strike away from being out of the game. Do you want to try?
Let's roll.
You're going to roll. Okay, let's see what happens. You're okay, and you got again 1 more score, which I assume you're taking. You don't want to lose. There we go. How do you feel about 4 screen? No?
Nah.
No. Okay, there you go. All right. So let's see what happens again. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 are the answers. And here's the question this time. In Pokemon, how many possible evolutions does Wurmple have? Wurmple. Kelby?
3.
Silcoon, Cascoon. 2 is the right answer. So, now Dylan, I assume you're passing these now since you froze on the last one. So, let's see what happens as the tables turn. I've seen this game turn around from this situation before. Let's see what Kelby gets, and there you go. Right at the end, you get your scores. So, I assume you want that.
Yes.
All right. 2250 in the bank. Do you want to roll 3 or do you want to move on?
Say move on.
Okay, we'll move on. Playing it safe. Hey, guess what? A 1 and a 2 and a 3. And here's the question. Listen carefully. What is one of the 2 digits tattooed on the face of Jugo from the anime series Nanbaka? Dylan.
1.
The number is 15, so you are correct. 1 is one of the 2 digits. 5 is the other. So there you go. You have nothing. You want nothing to do with these dice, I'm assuming. All right, Kelby. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay. Now, do you want to score them both?
I want them both.
You want them both. Okay. Now, here's the thing. You only get 1 reroll token, so there is absolutely no reason for you to roll this last die unless you want to clear the board. So there you go. Control, very important as we move on to our final, a 1 and a 2 and a 3. I feel like Lauren's well. Here we go. Yeah, thank you. The 1 person in the reference. Here we go. Listen carefully. How many Studio Ghibli films have the word castle in their titles? Kelby, right before the buzzer.
1.
No. Howl's Moving Castle and Castle in the Sky. 2 is the right answer.
I don't like these ones too.
Well, that's good because we're done with them, and I assume you're done with these dice.
Yeah, go ahead and do that roll.
Okay. Let's see if we can clear the board. You did not. Now, would you like to use your reroll, or would you like to take the Farkle?
I'm just gonna take it.
take the Farkle, that's probably the way to go on that. You hang on to your re-roll, we go ahead and light up your first strike, and we clear the board on the Farkle. So, now it's 2-1. We'll see what happens as we move on. So three very familiar names for those of you who are here this weekend are about to pop up on the board. We have Austin Tyndall, Erica Harlicker, and Marianne Miller, our wonderful voice guests. Here's the question. In which of our guests' names will you find the location of anime conventions named Ushi-Con and Iki-Con? I will tell you, it is not Erica Harlicker. How about it, Dylan?
Miller?
Miller's incorrect. Those are both conventions in Austin, Texas. So there you go. All right. Kelby, you have control. Would you like some prizes?
I like my turtle.
All right. Let's see if you can earn yourself some prizes. No prizes, but again, one roll. The dice are just not giving up those prizes today. You want that roll. They want that score, I see.
Yes.
All right. How do you feel about 5 dice?
I'm rolling it.
You're rolling again?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Again, no prizes, but pretty good scores. You want them all?
Yes, please.
All right. Bam. 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 How do you feel about 2 dice?
No.
There's no reason to, because again, you've already got the re-roll token. All right, moving on. Incidentally, players, this is question number 14 out of a possible 20. So here we go. Your answers. No shirt, no shoes, no service. In order to properly cosplay as Ed from Cowboy Bebop, which of these phrases should you follow? Dylan?
No shoes?
No shoes is the right answer. No shirt, you get thrown out because Ed's a girl. There you go. No shoes is the right answer, and I assume you're passing these dice over to Kelby, who will hopefully not hit a Farkle. Which he did not, so there you go. You want that die, I assume.
Yeah.
And I assume you're finished.
No.
Yes, you're finished.
I'm finished.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not taking another.
All right, we move on. Question number 15. Sailor Mars, Sailor Moon, Sailor Venus. Which one is not a blonde? Kelby?
Mars.
Mars is not blonde. Yep, brunette. There you go.
Love this show.
What are you gonna do here? All right, now this becomes very interesting. If you get the 1 or the 5, you earn a re-roll as well, and we have a very interesting end game in front of us. So let's see if we get there. Dylan, you got it! Well, there we go. Now we both have re-roll tokens. So we clear the board, and this is the end game I was hoping for. All right, so again, players, I'll remind you, 20 questions ends the game, and if no one's won yet, we have a final sudden death question to decide it. We are 5 questions left in this game. So, question number 16. The answers. March comes in like a lion. Your lion, April. Handmaid, May. Which anime title contains the name of the month when Hama-Con was held this year? Kelby.
March.
March comes in like a lion. No. Hama-Con was in May. So there you go. Dylan. Again, I'll remind you it's possible to Farkle on an empty board. Are you going to go for it? All right, here we go. Pretty good. All right, 3 scores. Do you want them all?
Yes.
All right. 3 dice, you're done, right?
No, actually, let's try it.
You're going to try it. Okay, keep going. Being daring on 2 strikes. Let's see what happens. Here it goes. All right. You don't get another re-roll for it, but do you want to clear the board?
Yes.
Okay. Building up that bank, 33 bucks in the bank. We will clear the board again. That hasn't happened in a while. So if it happens during sudden death, you win the game. So let's see what happens. Question number 17 is our wonderful anagrams question. Here are the 3 anagrams. Hide, mayo, camera. Mean, chop, none. Toe, pipe, camp. Unscrambling the letters of which of these will not give you the name of a superhero anime series. I'll give you extra time on these. 2 of these you can unscramble to make the names of superhero anime series. 1 you cannot. Look them over and I'll give you a little extra time before I buzz the buzzer. The audience is playing along. What do you got, Dylan?
Hyde Mayo Camera.
Hyde Mayo Camera is My Hero Academia, if you unscramble those letters.
Oh, there's the ones.
Mean Chop None becomes One Punch Man. Toe Pipe Camp, which is the correct answer, is Pop Team Epic in anagram form. So there you go. So those are anagrams. Kelby, want some prizes?
Yes.
All right, let's see. You got one. You blew up. Well, here we go. I can't leave you the last 4, but we can give you 150 and that beanie cap. Is that what you would like to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. That's pretty good. So we're going to light up the 4 on yours. Now, if you are the winner of this game, in addition to all the money in the bank, you will pick up that Street Fighter beanie, which you can then turn around and sell on eBay for a lot of money. So if you or keep it for yourself. Do you want that? I assume you don't want that last die.
I do not.
You do not. All right. So 3 questions left before sudden death, and I'm glad we got to this one because this is the most fun question for me to research today. The 3 possible answers are Card Fight Vanguard, Weiss Schwarz, Yu-Gi-Oh. Here's the question. In the last 90 days on eBay, which of these card games had the most expensive single card sold? Kelby?
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh. All right, so here are the numbers. Card Fight Vanguard had a single sell for $381.25. Weiss Schwarz had a single card. It was a Rem, of course. Sell for $340. There was a graded Jump Festa Blue Eyes White Dragon on eBay that sold for $49,980. Yu-Gi-Oh is the right answer.
How would you ever do well with a money?
All right, I assume you're passing this die over to Dylan. There's absolutely no reason for you to roll it. Let's see what happens, Dylan. You get a 1 or a 5, and you get a 1. And we clear the board again. All right, now here we go. 2 questions left. Question number 19 of 20. The 3 answers are Alice in Wonderland, Beauty and the Beast, The Jungle Book. If you're big into Lolita fashion, it's most likely that you would own a dress featuring, yes, Kelby?
Alice in Wonderland.
Featuring characters from which of these? Alice in Wonderland, of course, is the right
There is one
answer.
that literally is like named after that.
Yeah, that's most of the dresses I've ever seen have some aspect of Alice
The
there.
one I own has Alice in Wonderland in it.
There you go. So, same with my girlfriend. She has like 2 or 3 Alice dresses. Want to try for another prize?
Yes.
All right, let's see what happens. No prizes, but 2 scores. Do you want both of those?
Yes.
All right. How do you feel about 4 dice?
No.
No. Okay, now, here we go. This is the final question of the game before sudden death. So keep that in mind when you choose how to do the dice on this, because we will clear the dice no matter what happens after this question. All right? 3 possible answers are the Big O, Big Order, Big Windup. Which of these anime series is a sports anime about baseball? Dylan.
Wind up.
Big Windup is the right answer. All right. Again, with sudden death looming, how do you want to work these dice?
I'll take a shot.
Take a shot. All right, let's see what happens. There's your shot. It didn't earn you a prize, but it did save you. You want that score, I assume. All right. Do you want to take another chance, or do you want to move to sudden death?
Let's move on to sudden death.
Sudden death it is. All right, here we go. We have been through 20 questions, and we still do not have a winner. Your strikes no longer matter, but your re-rolls might. We clear the board. Here's how sudden death works. Dylan, you are currently in control of sudden death because you gave me the last correct answer. Kelby, if you buzz in and give me the correct answer on this question, you will earn control of sudden death. Neither of you give me the correct answer, it's Dylan who's in control, because he gave me the last correct answer. Once we figure out who's got control, I'll explain how it works. The three answers for sudden death: Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee. According to AnimeCons.com, which of these states had the most anime conventions in 2017? Kelby.
Georgia.
Georgia's incorrect. It is Tennessee had more of them by about 5. All right, so Dylan, here's how sudden death works. You must clear the board without a Farkle. You have a reroll token to help, and you take as many spins as necessary. Now, in this game, you do not have to take all of the scores. You can leave more dice on there if you feel that that's a better strategy for you. Now, you don't have to do it. You can force it on Kelby, and Kelby must roll until the board is cleared or Kelby hits a Farkle. However you want to do it. So if you clear the board, you win. All right, so Kelby, here's the situation. If you can clear the board, you win the game. If you Farkle, Dylan wins the game, and your reroll is still in effect. And again, like I just said, you may want to play it a little differently as to how you clear scores on the board. So, first sudden death roll, and here we go. All right, there are 3 scoring opportunities on the board. Which one or ones would you like to take?
I'm not going to take that first 100.
You're going to take, so you can take the last 2?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do that. All right, 4 dice left, and here is your second sudden death roll. Okay, so there goes your reroll token, unless you want to lose the game, which I assume you don't want to lose the game. So, all right, now, the good news for you is not only will you win the game if you clear the board, but it's clearing the board so you get your reroll back if that's the case. So let's see what happens. Here is your third sudden death roll. You're safe with 1 score, another 100 into the bank. Here comes your fourth. If you roll a triple, you win the game. Let's see what happens. Good luck. You're safe again. Now, how do you want to play it?
Having 2 increases your odds of Farkle. Having 1 is still the same one.
Okay, I'm just going to go with 1.
Just 1. The 100, I assume? You want the 100?
No, I want both of them.
You want them both? Okay, you're going to leave. All right, so this is it. This is the last roll of the game with $41 at stake. Let's see how this pans out. No! It is a Farkle, and Dylan has won this game of the Farkle. Oh, I am so sorry, Kelby. We got to the very last possible roll, and unfortunately, luck was not with. Your luck finally left you in the end. You blew it all in your very first roll. We had 5 scores pop up, so there you go. But we thank you very much, Kelby. Stick around after the show, and whatever prize over here, if Dylan decides to take some of the prizes that we gave away, we'll let you have one of the prizes from the first part of the game. It's a way of saying thank you for playing. So give it up for Kelby. When we come back, we're going to find out if Dylan can add another 17,000 Greggo dollars to his kitty. We'll find out about that right after we find out about this. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Farkle. You're going to look at the big numbers up there and work for you? All right, so I am back with Dylan, our big winner from our game. You have picked up 4,100 Greggo dollars to spend in my suitcase of goodies. That is yours to keep, no matter what happens. You also hung on to your reroll token, so you get to carry that on into the bonus game. So, no matter what happens, 41 bucks is yours. How'd you like to add another 17,000?
That sounds fun.
All right, we're going to play the bonus game. Here we go. So, as you can see, we've taken the title screen away, and there are now 5 numbers at the top. Let me show you how the dice look. As you can see, the 6 is now out of play. We have replaced that with a wild card. In this game, only triples matter. You will roll all 6 dice on every single roll, hoping that you will get a triple of a number that we have not yet seen, and then you'll put that number out, all right? And then you'll keep going until you put all the numbers out, or until you decide to stop our game, all right? So we're gonna add some prizes to those 5 numbers, and here are the prizes. On a roll of a triple 1, we will give you 1,000 free balls to take over to the Pachinko Fever and play Pachinko to hopefully parlay that into even more prizes. So, on a triple 2, we have a couple of space anime for you. We have, for your viewing enjoyment, Masamune Shiro's Gundress, and we also have Hyper Speed Grandall. So, a couple of space shows for you there. On a roll of a triple 3, we have the complete set of Basilisk, which just had a new series come out on Crunchyroll. So watch all the original and then watch that. And on the triple 4 and the triple 5, it's a 2-parter. If you can put out both of those numbers, someone, because you are a staffer, someone at your choice will win free admission to Hama-Con this February 22nd through 24th in Birmingham, Alabama, where hopefully you will get to see more of Greggo's game shows along with all their other fine guests that they have. So that is what we are playing for. So, again, you have your reroll. Every time you put out a number, that prize gets credited to you. So long as you hang on to your reroll, you can just roll and roll and roll. But the first time you make a mistake, there goes your reroll, and then you have decisions to make as to whether you want to continue or whether you want to stop and take the prizes. All right, so do you see that combination on the board right now, though?
Yeah.
If those numbers come up exactly that, well, not necessarily exactly that way, but if you see the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, and the wild card all up there at once, you automatically win everything. And it has happened twice in the history of this game. If you do that, or if you put out all 5 numbers the hard way, in addition to all of those prizes, we will give you an additional 5,000 Greggo dollars. So this game is worth over 17,000 Greggo dollars in prizes if you win everything. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, so again, with the reroll in your pocket, are you ready to play?
Let's go.
All right, here comes your first roll. Best of luck. That's really good. Oh, wow, you were 1 off from winning everything. So you did manage to get the triple 2 with that wild card. So we will put out the 2, and you have the space anime set, and you still have your reroll. So here comes your next roll, and we wish you the best. Okay, you're 1 off from winning everything. But again, you now have half of the Hama-Con. We put out the 4. All right, and you still have a reroll. So let's move on to our next roll. And here we are again. All right, so the wild card doesn't help in this case, but you did get a triple 3, so there's the Basilisk set. Wouldn't it be great if the next roll came up 1, 1, 1, 5, 5, 5? That would be fantastic. Again, nothing at risk. You still have your reroll. Here comes your next roll. Okay, that would have been fantastic any other way, but those numbers are already put out. So, your reroll is now gone. Now, those prizes are at risk. There's just the 1 and the 5 left. Do you want to take a chance on another roll, or do you want to stop and take the space anime and the Basilisk set?
I'm going to try.
He's going to try. All right. What a generous person, because again, that Hama-Con badge, he's already a staffer there, so this is going to be for someone else if he wins it. All right, let's hope for the best. Come on, triple 1, triple 5, triple 1, triple 5, triple 1, triple 5. Oh! with that wild card, we would have been there. Unfortunately, it did not happen. So I'm sorry to say you don't win those prizes, but you still picked up $4,100 Greggo dollars, $41 to spend in my suitcase of goodies, and we thank you so much for being a contestant. Give it up for Dylan. And the staff's going to be very happy to know that I've given them a full half hour before the next thing is going on, because we have to get everything squared back up on the stage and everything. So I want to thank all of you for coming to my game shows this weekend. Some of you, and you went to every single one of them, so I thank you so much for that. Folks, make sure to stop by my table before you leave this wonderful Hama-Con and chat with me if you want, do a Pokemon survey. If you're interested, YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Patreon, all of those things are all Greggo's game shows. I'm like the first 9 pages of hits on Google for all of that stuff. We thank you so much. Next up for me, for the YouTube audience, next 2 weeks I'm going to be at Anime Midwest in Chicago, where we will be doing a new episode of Know Your Role, which we're really looking forward to on that. And again, thanks, and you guys know to like and subscribe and all that wonderful stuff, and I always appreciate everything there. We're going to get this man paid off with some nice prizes, and again, thank you so much. My name is Greggo, this has been Farkle, and I love you very much. Bye for now.